Joe Biden today assured his supporters he'll never ask them to send him Bitcoin cryptocurrency for donations. That comes after Biden's verified Twitter account and those of many other famous people were compromised by hackers in a devastating attack. They got to the accounts of former President Obama, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, other celebrities like Kim Kardashian West and Kanye West, and companies like Apple and Uber. And they did it, Twitter says, by doing what's called social engineering.
What actually seemed to happen was that a Twitter employee was hacked, and that Twitter employee had sort of access to the master controls that could control or take over a lot of these accounts.
After that infiltration, a fake tweet from Bill Gates said, "I am doubling all payments sent to my Bitcoin address for the next 30 minutes. You send $1,000, I send you back $2,000. The other famous accounts had almost identical inducements. Tonight, the FBI is leading an investigation. 2 U.S. intelligence officials tell CNN it's too early to tell if the attack is by a lone wolf hacker or someone working for a nation-state. But cyber experts tonight are calling this nightmarish for what could happen in the future. President Trump's Twitter account does not appear to have been targeted in this hack, but the president makes many of his announcements and dictates policy sometimes over Twitter. What if?
You could imagine how deeply damaging it could be if you saw a tweet from a compromised account, whether it's the president or somebody else in a senior position, saying, that we had launched some sort of attack on North Korea. And North Korea might not know whether or not that is true.
Experts say America's enemies could send the financial markets into a spiral by seizing a verified Twitter account and putting out false information. And the fact that Biden's account was compromised in the midst of election season is very concerning because of fake tweets the hackers could have sent from his account.
It certainly seems like they may have been able, technically speaking, to have make him say things he never would say that could indeed be quite damaging to him.
And analysts say hackers could grab Twitter accounts, send fake information, and spark dangerous confusion on Election Day itself.
You had a lot of accounts that suddenly started tweeting allegations that there had been fraud or something was rigged or that there was foreign interference and that people couldn't trust the outcome. You could also imagine people having, significant doubts then created about the outcome of the election, even if there was none of that kind of activity that had happened.
And there's concern tonight about how this hack might have prevented legitimate, important information from getting out. Yesterday, just after the hack was discovered, Twitter had to temporarily shut down much of its network of verified Twitter accounts, including the Twitter account of the National Weather Service, which then could not issue warnings on Twitter about possible tornadoes, several possible tornadoes then hitting the Midwest during a period yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, what a horrendous situation. How much pressure, Brian, is Twitter under right now to investigate how exactly this was done?
Enormous pressure, Wolf. Our analyst, Donnie O'Sullivan, told me that this is the worst attack in Twitter's history. He says that the company is devastated by this. They've got to get to the bottom of this. It really creates a lot of doubt about their security systems there and how hackers might have been able to get into it. It could actually compromise the very future of the company and people's trust in Twitter and the information that comes from famous accounts.